You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
This is our special Thanksgiving edition week or whatever. And it's just so funny that this week, for the first time ever, me and my esteemed colleague, Mika Villas, will be in the building at the same time. We're in the same place right now, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, I'm your host, the worldwide Grand Prix champion, the IWA North Carolina champion. As of this past weekend, the AIWF Mega Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. I'm the Southern Gentleman, the Disrespectful Intellectual, the Morning Star, the Incredible Huck, Will Huckabee. And like I said before, for some reason, I'm sitting right next to my illustrious co-host, the lover of waffles, the voice of the voiceless, the lover of loves. She likes people who have speech impediments. The receiver of all things unsolicited. She's one half of the world's cutest commentary team. I'm sorry. Almost messed that up. My homie, my ace, Mika Villas. What up, Mika?
What's up, Huckabee? Oh my gosh. This is a Thanksgiving edition and you did not bring me any food and I'm starving.
I didn't bring any coffee either. And as usual, we got our homie, our producer, the man behind the board, CW. What up, CW?
Nothing much.
There we go. Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, we just announced something. If you don't follow our social media, which if you listen to this podcast, hopefully you do. You follow us on Facebook. You follow us on Twitter. And now, you follow us on YouTube. You noticed that we made a crazy announcement yesterday while, myself and Mika were at this past AWE's show down at the Opera, was it Club Opera?
Opera Nightclub.
The Opera Nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. We have a brand new sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. This show is now sponsored by
Indie Customs.
That's right. So shout out to the owner of Indie Customs, Kimberly Ann, former guest, friend of the show, Kimberly Ann. We're super psyched to be a part of the family, the Indie Customs family and stuff. So be on the lookout for special exclusive wrestling Nerdcast merch. We're talking about like hats and beanies and cups and stickers and underwear and thongs and boy shorts and bras.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm not sure if that is all true, from the thong part. I mean,
yeah, we can definitely. You can wrestling Nerdcast thongs.
Yeah, no.
All on that ass. Sign all on that ass. Right on the string. It's going to be real small.
God. I was thinking like a nice lapel pin or something, but you just...
Boy shorts.
Got a
boom,
little...
right on that ass.
Yeah, no. Oh, no.
No? Anyway, go check out Indie Customs on Facebook. Go check out Indie Customs on Instagram and stuff. Support not only, Indie Customs or Wrestling Nerdcast, but support all of the great sponsor athletes they have underneath the Indie Customs umbrella, such as the Gymnasty Boys, James Drake, Joe Black, the Lethal Lovers, Anthony Henry and Amber Young, or actually, I'm sorry, Anthony and Amber Henry. I forgot they got married.
I think she's still going by Amber Young, though, as far as work goes.
Whatever. Anthony Henry, Amber Young.
The Lethal Lovers. We leave it at that.
Their newest signee, the big man, Montana Black. Go support all of them. Support Indie Customs and support the Wrestling Nerdcast. Speaking of wrestling, this past weekend, what did you do?
There was a lot of wrestling this past weekend. I don't know how I'm sitting here next to you because I am exhausted, and this week is not over yet. But Saturday, I was in Hickson, Tennessee, at the Hickson High School for the Scenic City Trios. Absolutely fabulous event. It was a fundraiser for a school, but of course, I like school and all, but I love wrestling more. So great trios teams there. You had the original incarnation of the Carnies, Nick Iggy, Carrie Awful, and of course, Trip Cassidy joined the fray. You had the Ugly Ducklings were there, along with Ethan Case, Case of the Ducklings, they call themselves. Just a host of great athletes all teaming together to try to be this inaugural tournament's champions. It wound up being Team Southern Underground Pro, which consisted of Myron Hotfire Reed, Kurt Lone Star Stallion, and oh my God, Gary effing J. They won that tournament, and this was a fantastic tournament. High school benefit, I was not expecting as much as I got, to be honest with you, but the boys tore it up to the point where Kerry Awful was actually injured. He had a ankle go a little bit wonky on him, so he wasn't able to compete the next night. He was scheduled to be in Atlanta for AWE. Gary J literally almost ate one of these railings. How the man still has a face, I do not know, but
because he's Irish.
I didn't say that. But it was a fun time for all. There were a lot of wrestling friends and fans in the crowd. I actually spent time with KK, with our friend Camilla Kane.
Kitchen Killer.
With Camilla. Kitchen Killer. With Camilla. Okay. So yeah, she was there. She took in some wrestling there. Billy Brash was in the house as well. He hung out, watched some wrestling. So just a whole hell of a lot of fun there in the middle of Tennessee. And then afterwards, if you ever go, that's the Chattanooga area, I highly suggest that you go to, watch this, it's going to sound messed up, the Best Western and the City Cafe that's located there. The food in the City Cafe is 24 hours. It is fan-freaking-tastic. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they have...
Do they have like 24-hour breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. Any place that has 24-hour breakfast is my favorite place.
It gets better.
What?
They do a bakery, every kind of cake and pie that any fat person wants.
They got honey buns?
Honey buns.
Honey buns! I would have a six-pack if it wasn't
That is so
buns.
urban.
How's that urban?
How is it not? I said cake and pies, and you're talking honey buns.
I don't eat cakes and pies like that, but I do kill honey buns. Anyway.
Next night
AWE
was AWE. Opera Nightclub, AWE, we're going to talk about, I'm sure. But yeah, and that just... Whew.
Let's see. Friday. Jesus. Friday, I was in Marmet, West Virginia. Had a title, actually was main event for AIWF Mega Pro Wrestling versus the former champion Eric Darkstorm. Really good match, really solid match. Because of that, I'm the new AIWF Mega Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Just picked up some more gold Friday night. Saturday, went from West Virginia all the way to Bridgeton, New Jersey for IWA/Dog Dangerous Alliance Wrestling Gladiators. Joint show promotion and stuff. Casey Carlisle, my wrestling crush Casey Carlisle was in the building. Former the manager of the original Four Horsemen, JJ Dillon, in the building. Got to take a picture with the dude. Had to get some photos, get the photo ops and stuff with JJ Dillon. Huge, you know what I'm saying? Gave me some tips, gave me some advice. Was a huge fan of like my wrestling and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That was cool. After that, you know what I'm saying? Wrestled, what's his name? Deshaun Pratt, the Prince of Camden, Deshaun Pratt. We had a really good match and stuff. I came out the winner for that. Then from Bridgeton, New Jersey, all the way, like 14 and a half, almost 15 hours to Atlanta for AWE. And my wrestling weekend is still not done yet. But speaking about AWE Sunday, Opera Nightclub, like, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to an AWE show, you need to go. If you've never been to an AWE show at Club Opera, you need to go. That's like the Hammerstein Ballroom of the South. Like, it's amazing. The venue is amazing. The staff is amazing. The acoustics is amazing. What in the world are you
talking?
What is that? What was that? Jesus Lord.
Keep talking.
What was that? Called me a mark. I'll be a mark for this. Is it because of JJ Dillon? I don't care. Hey, you know what? There are very few people that I mark out for. JJ Dillon is one of them, along with Arn Anderson, Coco Beware. You know what I'm saying? I could mark out for. I don't care. Whatever. You marked out for Daphne. Shut up.
As hell
Speaking of Daphne, she was in the building this past Sunday for AWE. She was in the building.
Dave Chris was in the building.
Dave Chris was in the building, which is surprising. Like, I walked upstairs and I was like, man, first I was like, this guy looks so familiar. I was like, hold on, that's Dave Chris. Like, holy shit, he's just backstage at the AWE show. All right, cool. David Starr was in the building, the Ugly Ducklings. Who else? Darby Allin was there. Seeing Darby Allin. I mean, it's amazing now all of a sudden. Like, I feel like AEW is becoming that show where you would like just randomly see people backstage. It's like, oh shit, like there's Daphne.
Yeah.
Why is Daphne here?
Like last show at the Too Sweet show, Cedric Alexander showed up backstage.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, AWE is really truly a place not just to be seen, but to be. You need to compete there. You need to show up there. If you're a wrestler and if you're a fan, if you love wrestling of all statures and nature, whether it be TNA, whether it be WWE, if it's independent wrestling, we literally have something for everyone at AWE because as we have had people come through our doors who you see now on your televisions, whether it be 205 Live or NXT or even the main roster, they're there. So, and I think a lot of the word is out just in the industry that if you want to be something or at least to come have this experience from both sides of the ring in and out, you come down to Atlanta and you get to an AWE show. I mean, I go to a lot of shows out of state and people ask me about AWE and I'm just like wow, okay, yeah, I'm a fan. I've just started my commentary thing. It's not like I've been doing it forever.
Yes, we do.
It's not like I've been doing it forever. So
put up some? Yes.
So, I'm still a fan, so I can talk on a fan level more than a commentator level and be about, tell people how that they can interact and enjoy the experience. So
anyway, get back to the show. Talk about yourself. A lot of cool things happened. They had a Donovan McNabb over the top rope battle royal. Of course, the battle royal king.
Chris Mayne. The common Mayne.
The Battle Royal King won the Donovan McNabb over the top rope challenge. The Lucky Seven, CB Suave.
Surprise.
Super surprise. In a match that had Aaron Epic and Joe Black and Owen Knight and CB Suave and David Starr and Billy Brash and I'm missing somebody, Chris Mayne. It's like the guy that came out on top, with CB Suave, who now is the number one contender for the Georgia Wrestling Crown Championship, which is now under new management, like super surprised. A lot of people were surprised. The main event was Chip Day versus what I guess what a lot of the listeners and fans know is Danny Burch. Danny Burch for NXT, but we know him at AWE as Martin Stone. The walked into the building yesterday, Sunday night, as the AWE Georgia Wrestling Crown Champion. And after probably one of the most amazing matches I've seen in a long, long time, Chip Day got the win, ironically, with the small package. Which is Jimmy Rave's finishing move, the smallest package.
Jimmy Rave is touted. One of his shirts says delivering the smallest package in the business, and
that's what Chip Day won. I don't know. I guess it was kind of ironic that he beat Mark Stone with the smallest package, smaller package.
Are we still talking wrestling moves here? Hold on. You keep talking about packages.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving along.
Speaking of packages, speaking of wrestling, speaking of dirty minds, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is going to be
brilliant. Dirty minds.
Tonight's guest is brilliant, and he is a champion, and he's a former champion, and
he's a Doctor of Doom.
Yes, that's the best way to describe him. So, CW, please, let's get tonight's guest on the phone. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking about this weekend, about the craziness, all the chaos, I guess for a better term would be, tonight's guest, I guess you could call him a friend of the show. I guess you could call him an enemy of the state. Just don't call him no bitch ass. I guess that's the best way to put it, huh, Mika? Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, former NWA World Tag Team Champion, former AWE Tag Team Champion, the mastermind behind the hierarchy. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Von Doom himself, Blacklist Uno, the master of bong style, Murder One. What's going on, Murder?
I'm just sitting here reading comic books, listening to wrestling, And I was the smart one not to turn my video camera on so I can just see what y'all doing.
Well, we're just sitting here chilling, man. You know, I got my coffee, you know.
Oh, you
Nick is
white girl
doing
fabulous right now. What you got, a
my
pumpkin spice?
Nah, I just got some regular old coffee, man. Just regular old coffee.
I'm a
I
black girl that drink pumpkin spice Hennessy.
Pumpkin
don't.
spice Hennessy? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is.
I
Are you,
I think out of all the different flavors of Hennessy, pumpkin spice would not be it, bruh. That doesn't sound good at all.
I
have
just
you?
drink brown Hennessy.
I wouldn't take you as a basic bitch, murder, for the drink pumpkin spice Hennessy. Like that's some basic bitch type
I
shit.
said I know a girl. See,
Oh, you know a girl that drinks pumpkin spice Hennessy.
I clearly said that. See, I came on your show with the intention of not roasting you, and you are poking me with a stick.
No, okay. Well, look. All right.
You
Let's
I
look.
don't know
Let's
how many. I don't know how many listeners are listening right now, but you really don't want, man. You know, I'm on one. I got drunk as fuck last night.
Okay.
I ate edible the size of a damn raptor egg.
Okay, so you bring up a good point outside of your edibles that you had last night while you were drinking and consuming quantities of Rice Krispie treats that shall remain nameless outside of this. Let's talk about last night in wrestling. Let's talk about AWE. Let's talk about AWE at the Opera and the show. And just the amazingness from my commentary position. I'm always entertained when I see you up in a VIP booth. And last night you didn't compete, but you were a intricate part of the show. Tell us, what is the whole beef with Sugar Dunkerton? I mean, we're going to get into the show a little bit, but there's
Oh,
something there that just I don't understand.
okay. Well, you know that when I train wrestlers, I train, warriors, monsters. I don't train clowns, undercover brother looking ass niggas. I don't do that shit. I train professional wrestlers. I don't train shook and jive niggas. Can I say nigga on y'all's podcast?
Trust me, we've had Rip Rogers on the show, man. So
Rip Rogers said nigga on your podcast?
he said the word fuck. So trust me, if you can out fuck Rip Rogers or out curse Rip Rogers, then
Okay, let's get something clear real quick. When you say something in reference to like you just said, you can't out fuck Rip Rogers, you gotta say pause, my nigga, because you gotta get with the times. You gotta say pause. You can't just be running two words together like that. People start getting it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Expression. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta
I
say,
get it.
if you can out fuck Rip Rogers, pause, and then go on to the next part of that sentence.
Well, this is an adult themed show, so feel free to say whatever you want to say. There you go.
Even if it was fucking Disney, I'd say what I wanted. What y'all gonna do? Come to my house? Or, you know what I'm saying? Come to Chip Day house and punch me in the stomach? I dare you. What the fuck y'all want to say?
All right, so back to Sugar D.
Pause.
Pause.
I train wrestlers. I don't train no motherfucking clown ass niggas. And that's what he is. He a clown ass nigga. Who smokes an incense? For real.
Well, this
No. This my ass. Who smokes an incense?
this version of Suge is you've helped something snap in him when you guys had a street fight and
Who smokes an incense? No one. It's impossible. How does he do it?
I'm not sure. I haven't gotten close enough to ask him about his smoking habits or why. I just know that he's different, that there's something unhinged and you might be partially, if not fully, responsible for it.
I'll take full responsibility for it. I'll take full. I mean, he wants to show himself and like prove himself because you know what I'm saying, I don't fuck with him no more. And I mean, you came at me, you put my name in your mouth, and I tried to kill you. Not like in the real sense, just in that wrestling sense where you tape a dude to the ropes and you take a crutch and you jam it. You try to jam it from his the bottom part of his mouth to the top part of his head on some Punisher shit. You know what I'm saying? And what?
I was gonna say, I'm so glad you mentioned Punisher because like we were talking earlier before, before you even decided to do the show, and like a lot of your inspiration comes from comic books and stuff. Like a lot of your inspiration for wrestling, or even your the things that you do outside of wrestling, like you had your own podcast and stuff. A lot of things that you do in your daily life is inspired by comic books, man. With everything going on right now in movies, you got the DCU, you got the MCU, Thor Ragnarok just came out, the Justice League just came out. All right, Marvel or DC, which one is it, Murder?
Damn, I'm pro Marvel all day.
Have you seen the new Thor movie?
That was the first Thor movie. I mean, I've seen all three, but Thor Ragnarok was by far the best. Because the other two suck. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. I ain't signed up to see no damn elves. And I ain't I didn't sign up to see no damn Destroyer for 15 minutes in the first one.
So are you going to go see the Justice League movie, man?
I already seen the Justice League movie.
What'd you think about it?
See, I get asked this question a lot. So I got this already like auto-programmed. It was good for what it was, and I have ways to fix it. Or the ways that it should have been done in the first place and saved everybody some money and, made some, what I'm saying? Could have made some better impact.
That sounds like that's what people say when you have like a shitty match, bruh. And you go to the back and you ask your boys, like, how was the match? It was what it was. It is what it is, man. It was a match.
You want to put it in the terms of a match? You know how motherfuckers like do too much in the match?
Yes.
They did too much in that. But me being a comic book dude, I looked at it for the action parts and CGI and all that other stuff because, you know what I'm saying? I'm an old head. I live for these things. These are things I was wishing that I could see as a kid and shit like that. So I just look at it. But, storytelling and better. Marvel's beating them either way. DC needs to stick to cartoons and animated movies and let Marvel do the real live action man shit.
So how much of what you do as far as wrestling goes, how much of that is inspired by comic books?
I would say maybe 50%.
That's a lot.
And then 25% is actual wrestling. And then the other 25% is just like weird shit I watch on Netflix and Hulu.
You bring up weird stuff that you watch, and I know that you sent me a link to some wrestling in Japan.
And you want to talk about that?
Is this the video that you're talking about? That?
Yeah, when dude put his fingers all up in old girl and then she squirted on the crowd.
No, not the.
Oh, not that one?
Oh, not that one.
I thought you was talking about that one. I thought I sent that to you.
No, you sent that to me. I know you sent me that one.
No.
I will send you that one.
No, don't do me those favors, please.
Oh, you talking about that wrestling where the dude with the people, if they lost, they got killed?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I like that shit a lot.
What?
Yeah, man. I friended somebody on Facebook once. Sometimes you just friend random people.
No, but okay.
And then all of a sudden, I got this notification one day, and it was like, watch this show. And I was like, fuck it, let's watch wrestling. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, this is some, weird Japanese shit, Then all of a sudden, dude lost. And the motherfucker came to the ring with a sword and just stabbed him in the fucking stomach, and he died. And as soon as I seen him die, I was like, I gotta share this with everybody. I started just hit select people, watch this shit.
Was this a cartoon?
No, it was live. It was a live action thing. I mean, it was part theater, part wrestling, part just Japanese. I guess ingenuity would be the word I would use. They took wrestling and they made it part of their pop culture and their lore. You know, back when you did duels back in, you know, samurai days, if you lost your life because you had no more honor. So when they lost a match, literally they had somebody come to the ring and stab these people with a sword and kill them.
Bro, they was literally fighting for the payday. And like, it was cool, man. I brought so many people into that shit, and I haven't seen it again. Guess why? Because everybody died. Nobody want to do that shit no more.
All right, Murder. I want to talk to you about this, man. Because I've always wondered what you thought and stuff, and I've never actually asked you as a person. I wanted to wait until we had you as a guest on the show. NWA, man. You were an former NWA World Tag Team Champion. You were there, you know, when Bill Barrett and Fred Rubenstein, all of them were in power of the NWA, and you've kind of seen where the NWA is now. What is your opinion on the current incantation of the National Wrestling Alliance? And if the opportunity arose, would we ever see Murder One back in the NWA?
Hey, man. NWA is NWA. You got to carry on the tradition, right? No matter who runs it. I mean, seems like everybody that had it and ran the shit into the fucking ground, but yet still lives. And honestly, as long as they still recognize my world title reign, it's all right with me. As soon as you strip me of that, fuck that place. But as for booking me, I'd love to do it. I'd love to get another NWA title. And I know somebody gonna say it don't mean shit, but you know what? Fuck you. I was born in the Mid-Atlantic, you know what I'm saying? And I like Mid-Atlantic wrestling, and the NWA still holds a place to be in my heart, no matter who owns it. No matter if the Smashing Pumpkins nigga owns it or not, and make that dude the champion.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Let's see. I understand what you're saying when you're like, "Hey, I'm from the Mid-Atlantic," because I grew up in Carolina. You know, my co-host, on the other hand, Mika,
Chicago.
You know, she's one of those world-class championship wrestling type ladies.
Or she's a Dale Gagne type of girl.
No, it was all about the Von Erichs with Mika.
So you like them barefoot? You like the barefoot one, didn't you?
It was the long hair. It was those damn white boys with long hair. I couldn't stop watching. I didn't even care about the barefoot. It was the white boys with long hair. Just weakness.
Man, I bet your black ass loves some motherfucking what's that nigga that had that TV show? The Rock of Love.
Brett Michaels.
I bet you love his ass. I bet you love you some Willie Nelson too.
Listen, you want to talk country music? We can talk country music.
Yeah, because she definitely didn't know who Stevie J and Little Scrappy
who
was.
it is. You don't even know who they're talking about. Scrappy J. You don't even know who the fuck you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Look, man, I'm drinking coffee. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here dying laughing because of you.
He didn't like Kenny Rogers because his hair was too short.
Huh?
Kenny Rogers because his hair was too short. I didn't listen to country music until like a few, I guess maybe like 10 years ago. So I know who all those people are, but I wasn't like into
it. Hey, would you kiss Lionel Richie?
What?
When I kiss Lionel Richie, why the hell would I do that?
Hey, that's how you throw a curveball on the podcast. Go ahead, ask the question.
Let's get...
Would you kiss Lionel Richie?
I wouldn't kiss Lionel Richie. I kiss his daughter though.
She is your speed, but yeah, she's crazy. You like crazy, I know.
We'll drink some Hennessy.
Oh Jesus!
And then get into our swimming suits.
Oh God.
Netflix
and chill. Is that
Netflix and Henny?
Netflix and Henny?
Netflix and Henny.
That's a thing. See,
I just gave him a T-shirt idea.
Netflix and Henny.
See, I just gave you. Look, I want my royalties for that one, Murder.
Nah, cause see, soon it's gonna be Disney streaming in Henny. Ain't nobody gonna own Netflix, ain't nobody gonna fuck with Netflix in a little while.
Oh gosh.
Once that Disney streaming drop.
Look, okay. Since we're talking about streaming, talking shit.
I'll give up the network for damn Disney streaming. If it came down to it, that'd be the only one I had.
Okay, I have to ask. You do not come across as a Disney fan, but are
No.
you a Disney fan?
Disney just owns Star Wars and Marvel, so that makes me pro Disney.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you watched any traditional Disney movies and you had like a favorite something, like a favorite princess or something, 'cause that would just blow my mind right now. But
Mulan.
Hey, y'all know what? I might be a little high and still drunk, but I see a white man on my phone choking.
Yes, that's our producer, CW.
I like him. I see you, my guy.
oh my gosh. Okay, back to whatever you were gonna ask.
I was gonna ask. Okay, you know what? Because Murder. I've been a fan of Murder before I even met Murder. You had your own podcast. He's Got a Gun, where it was basically almost like this. It was you and Josh Wheeler just talking, and you basically talking shit, and then you had your other podcast, Talking Shit. You and Adrian Armour and stuff, man. Do you just like to talk about wrestling and pop culture and what is it, man?
I love it. If I could talk about wrestling and comic books for a living, it would be so lit. Hey, y'all, Paige just showed up on Raw. Spoiler alert.
Oh God.
Damn, she looks good, too.
She what?
She looks good. She's all spiky and shit. But what's up? What's up?
You've trained a whole lot of wrestlers. You mentioned that your trainees are not. I don't know what the words.
Shucking and jiving.
There we go. That's the word.
They're not supposed to.
They're not
you
supposed
can say
to.
shucking and jiving.
I don't know what you said. I know it was something bad that I can't repeat. So,
anything I say, you have the right to repeat.
Oh Lord.
You know how I roll. I don't.
I do. That's why I said it.
I try to clean up the language as much as I possibly can, and you just continually push the buttons. But anyway, I know you don't, and that's what makes you you. If someone was to come to you, what do you look for? I know you had a group of trainees, but what do you look for? What makes someone, I guess Murder One approved, as far as, you get them and you kind of mold them, or at least look at them initially and go, okay, you know what? I think I can do this. This person might have what it takes and not be I don't want to say a waste of time, but a waste of time.
Fuck boy.
I didn't say that.
I'll hold a tryout, and then I'll run their ass to death and make them just run ropes, bump, and I keep asking them, do you want to do it? Then I make them do squats and shit. And I say, you still think wrestling is this and this? You think it's easy? You think we do this on trampolines? And I might cuss at them, and then, we keep it going until they say, I still want to do this. Or they say, you know what? I can't do this shit. I guess it's like it's a filtering process.
Separate the weak from the strong?
Yep.
I'm gonna say that sounds very. What was it? I remember when I'm reading about or watching the DVDs when Flair and then would talk about training with Vern Gagne and the Iron Sheik and stuff, man, having to run stairs and doing thousands of squats and thousands of push-ups and stuff. And a lot of the guys would quit. You start off with like 30 guys, and by the time it was over with, you might have 2. Is that what it's like when they come to the Blazing Lariat dojo?
That's exactly what it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the Hunger Games for wrestling.
That's some scary stuff, because you have one of the most touted and unique minds out there. You are well respected within this industry, not just because of what you've accomplished, which is a whole hell of a lot, but just because I've listened to guys and girls just say how brilliant your mind is, and it's not just a wrestling mind. It's just you've got a mind for a whole lot of stuff. Tell us about your television production credits and the things that you, maybe if you can, talk about some things you've done and some things you have on the horizon.
Are you talking about that little TV show that I actually found out that I was a co-host of when I just thought I was just there to yell at people? That's the one that's on adult. Yeah, Daytime Fighting League, Adult Swim. We're getting ready to go into season 4. It took me 4 seasons to realize that I was like an intricate part of the show.
How does that happen, Murder?
Wait, how high?
Everybody says I have an ego, but damn, at least I would have flaunted that shit.
How do you not know that you're like a producer for this show?
Hey, I mean, I knew I was a producer, but I didn't really think that my role was that serious. Now here's where I'm gonna start gloating. Until I did an episode of Fish Center where they called me the co-host and the fan favorite co-host of the Daytime Fighting League, Murder One. You see how I switched to my professional watch selling voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to get that Lincoln commercial.
Oh my
no. Gosh.
No, not the Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercial.
Yeah. When you're drinking your Hennessy going 65 on the highway, you want to have the ultimate control and see behind you. The 2018 Lincoln Town Car has 15 cameras surrounding it. You can see the popo from a mile away when you spark up that weed. It'll even tell you in the heads-on display. Police 15 miles ahead. Be cool, nigga.
The new Lincoln One Navigator Murder One edition.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Cadillac Escalade. There you go.
So there it is.
I got no words. Are you looking for a Hennessy sponsorship or Lincoln or both? I mean,
I would love a Hennessy sponsorship.
I know for a while you were looking for a sponsorship from Rap Snacks.
And fuck Rap Snacks. See, why you guys see you trying? You gonna bring that shit up? You know what? Since you wanna bring it up, I ain't said it in a little while. Fuck you, Romeo. You didn't want to put us on your Rap Snacks, and then you want to show the PWX and sell your wares.
Weird.
If I would have been there, I'd have took a bump into your whole stash and fucked up your money.
Did you show the PWX?
With a side of ranch. Say what? With a dab of that shit. What'd you say?
I said, did he show the PWX?
The Rap Snacks niggas did. They had boxes of them. I had my people sending me pictures of them.
Oh, I did see that on social media.
Fuck Rap Snacks. I hope y'all tag them in this when y'all promote this shit.
You know what? You know what? We will.
Fuck Rap Snacks, you piece of shit chips. You don't even sell Rap Snacks in white people neighborhood. How y'all trying to make money? Y'all can't sell to white people? White people like rap music. White people will buy Lil Uzi Vert Xanax flavored chips.
Xanax flavored chips? I don't think that's not a flavor.
That's not really a real flavor.
Rap Snacks would be. If I owned Rap Snacks, I'd have lean honey buns and shit. America, you know, fuck that shit. I'd have weed flavored chips. Weed soda and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all froze. Will Huckabee laughed so hard he froze. Are you crying?
Okay.
Yes, he's back.
Yeah, I think we're back now.
No, Murder. We're not. No, do not tell her what lean is. Okay, we're not doing that. No.
Man, you got to expand shit.
Big honey buns.
No, I'm good. You tried to give me one of those Rice Krispie treats last night, and I was not having it, so I'm good. Thanks.
Well, look, Murder. So I know our topics are short.
Hold up, them edibles was big like goddamn Olive Garden lasagna.
They were. It was huge. Like I was backstage, and he was like, "Hey, Will, you want one?" And I was like, "What is it?" And then when he told me, I was like, "I'll pass." Like.
Because you're vegan.
Because I'm what?
Vegan, but on to the next questions.
I'm not vegan. I'm a vegetarian. Damn it.
Pescatarian. I'm Baptist.
Oh my gosh.
So what's up next? You know what I'm saying? You got the hierarchy. You got the young hierarchy. First of all, young hierarchy, man. Like when they gonna graduate the full-fledged hierarchy membership?
The young hierarchy dissolved. Slave Porter, he's trying to hang on, you know what I'm saying, but he keep fucking up. He's got to get, you know what I'm saying, a little bit serious. And, you know, Arya, we just threw her into the deep end. She just got to grow into her place.
Are you looking to recruit any more people into the hierarchy, perhaps? Any Dr. Doom type plans to continue the expansion of your your dark league of justice, I guess?
Well, I think about it now because you see what I'm saying. You got Priscilla running around crying and shit, talking about daddy issues. Chip Day, he wanted to get out. Might as well chill because, we're populating with the spot with potential enemies. Everybody's staying in their lane right now, you know what I'm saying? Chip won the title last night, but, everybody gets that. Everybody shines one time.
It seems like, man, I tell you what, it seems like not only wrestling at AWE, but being a member of the hierarchy or whatever is kind of like a stepping stone to Connecticut, if you might want to say. Like, you've had a couple of members who've of the hierarchy and stuff who all of a sudden took that step and went up to New York, man. Is that the process? Do you have to come to AWE, join the hierarchy, and then you get the big money?
Hey, I don't know. It just seems that way. All I know is that I'm playing agents everywhere.
Is this some kind of plot for world domination? I mean, we've had a ton of talent, not just people who've joined the hierarchy. You've got Tessa Blanchard, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Cedric Alexander, the former Kimberly, the former Heidi Lovelace, Martin Stone, aka Danny Burch. God, that's just off the top of my head, but surely they've come through Atlanta. They've had the Von Doom blessing, I guess, because you've had a lot of
Chris Hero came through.
Chris Hero
went straight to Florida.
Are you planting agents or are you being spied on? I mean,
I think it's, man, don't get me on these conspiracy theories.
I was like, still, she's talking murder, and I'm like, yo, I don't think she's heard your theory about the wrestling Illuminati, man.
Wait.
See, that's why I had to go
theory?
form my. There's a wrestling Illuminati, but see, a few of me and my earlier trainees, we decided that we were going to form our own squad to battle these people. This is real shit too. Y'all might think this is some comic book shit, but I saw it happening. And that's what and now it's we doing things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't even know. This is real shit. You don't even know the connections that me and my team have. Y'all think this hierarchy shit's like a gimmick. This shit is real. We make moves. You see, Chip Day, you remember when he was down, he told everybody that we was the shadow government. And then, motherfucking Twitter, they tried to jack it for their own. But they ain't really making no moves. They think because they helping push a couple niggas to some bookings or whatever, what it is. But, when it boils down to it, who's making the real moves?
You right about that.
Who making the real moves?
See, that's
who coming through and getting, getting seen a little bit, getting a job. All those people that wanted to shit on AWE secretly want to come through.
Of course, man.
Is there anybody who hasn't come through or who you just haven't been able to make dates and times and everything work that you want to get down to Atlanta and get here into AWE?
Man, I got a lot of people. Okay, I'll tell you this. You remember Isla Dawn?
Yes.
Of course. Just saw her make a Raw debut.
Hey, she was recommended by a hierarchy member that's in Florida right now.
Gosh. Okay.
And then she comes through and guess what happens?
She gets on Raw.
Recommended.
So are we going to see you in Connecticut? I mean, we just got people show up all the time.
I don't think Murder and Michael P.S. Hayes can like coexist in the same place.
And I think my piss is too dirty for that company. But I would like a creative job. Shit.
I don't think they test creative, man.
But then I'd love to be there.
So creative in Connecticut, you'd be down with that?
Creative in Connecticut, I took it upon a challenge. Somebody asked me if I could do something with TNA, and I think I could. But they don't want to give a nigga no money.
Well, look. All right. Well, look. I know our time with you is running very short and stuff, Murder. What do you got coming up, man? Where can our fans and listeners, where can they keep in touch with you? Where can they see you or some of your fellow hierarchy members up coming up in the next couple of months? And what big plans you got? Anything big you got coming up?
Well, I got a lot of things big coming up, but I got to keep them secret. You know what I'm saying? When you start playing on a whole nother level, you know, they make you sign paperwork to make you keep your fucking mouth shut. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We're everywhere when it comes to wrestling. And we got some things coming up, too. I was just talking to a homie up north about some business, about coming in and doing some things in the northern regions.
Well, where can we find you at? Where can all our fans and listeners follow you at, man, and keep up with your...
I'm really trying to get my Instagram followers up, so you can find me there at Blacklist Uno, or the Hierarchy Instagram at Two Finger Salute 2. I could always use the Twitter followers at Blacklist Uno. Stay off my fucking Facebook page, please. Please stay off that shit.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Y'all, let me tell you a story about Facebook. I had this motherfucker call me with the little phone gimmick.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to pick up the fucking phone like he's my homeboy or something. Like we went to school together or something. Like he was family or something. How come we don't even use that little phone gimmick to call me?
So did you block him after that, or did you roast him first and then block him?
I picked up the phone and said, I don't fucking know you. And if you try to call me thinking I'm going to come save you out some kind of well because a motherfucker holding you hostage, you got the wrong one. And then I hung up on him.
Oh, my God.
And my son said, what if it was really a dude, like, you know, trapped somewhere and you was his last hope? I said, well, I guess this motherfucker about to die.
Oh, Jesus.
Note to self, do not call murder on the Facebook.
Don't call murder. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you listening, do not call murder through the Facebook.
Don't find him on Facebook. Do not call him on Facebook.
Like, if you got, oh, man. Ooh, because he'll pick like, oh, man, yeah, just don't do it. Just leave murder alone.
Stay on his social medias that he just plugged and look out, especially on the Twitter.
The Instagram.
And the Instagram. I know that things and events pop up there, so...
Where can they get the merch at, man? Where can we get that Hierarchy That Murder One merch at?
We still got some shit up on fullygimmick.com. You need to go on over there and cop some of those things. We got jackets for the winter time. You need to go on and get you some of those. Word. You know what I'm saying? Pick up you a Hierarchy shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got bandanas. We got shaker cups for all you motherfuckers trying to go to the gym and shit. We got all types of shit, man. Shit, we can even hook you up with a Hierarchy Chip Day collectible shirt. We still got a couple of those. You know what I'm saying? For those Chip Day fans. We can still make money off Chip Day. That's what a good hustler does.
Well, Murder, thank you for being the guest of the show, man, all right?
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. I'll catch you down the road.
All right, then.
Bye.
Peace.
And ladies and gentlemen, Murder One.
Wow.
That's the,
like all you can say is wow.
I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with the FCC. So glad that there are no censors for this show. I'm so glad that we go ahead and tell people that this show is not rated. Like, I guess NR is the best way to describe this show.
I will not be letting my mommy listen to this show and any children of under 18 because of, adult language and content.
I feel like now that interview is over, I feel like I should have read like that disclaimer that goes like ladies and gentlemen, the content, like ladies and gentlemen, the comments of Murder One does not reflect the rest of Nerdcast, its host, its podcast, like its producer, or anyone affiliated with the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
You need a disclaimer for murder, yes.
I should feel like there should be a disclaimer for that. I feel like before we we have to add that to the beginning of his interview, like, hold on, pause. Disclaimer. But no, seriously though, I love Murder. Murder, he's a genius. He's a genius. Super creative.
Super funny, and I am a fan. I still am a fan, and I've seen his stuff, his championships, and just watched some of his old stuff, and now I get to kind of talk to him on a basis. I won't say regular, and just kind of pick his brain and listen to just pearls of wisdom, truly and really, about any and everything. The man is amazingly smart and deceptively so if you just judge a book by its cover. So Murder is really one of those people who is great to know, not just for wrestling, but just one of those life people that you should know. But stay off his damn Facebook, y'all. For real, he's serious.
Oh man, I should have told people he's the backstage. He's like the roast master general. Like if there's ever like the roast of AWE or anybody's ever getting, like, he would have to be the roast master. Just hilarious. He's a funny guy, but at the same time, he's very serious about what he does. So huge thank you to Murder One. Like I said, but I guess what do you got coming up? I guess that's it for the interview. This week really isn't over for us.
No, not at all.
It's Thanksgiving, and you would think, during the holidays, ladies and gentlemen, you would think that you had to slow down, but we're not slowing down.
You think you'd be able to spend time eating turkey with family and friends instead of being with a turkey who's a family and friend? Where are you going to be, turkey? I mean, where are we going to be?
Well, tomorrow, we still got what? Tomorrow's UIW. 2 days before Thanksgiving, we're wrestling in Carrollton, Georgia. TC Rose.
TC Rose is a bar, by the way. So,
and I'm gonna need to drink just to deal with you again for one more day.
That's what we do during the holidays. Drink, because you got annoying ass relatives right in arm's reach, and you can't hit them because that starts a food fight at the table.
All your cousins. Anyway, so after TC Rose, what else do you have going on this week, Tamika?
TC Rose, and then maybe a day or two of reprieve from you before we meet up again to go to Winston-Salem for WrestleCade.
Yeah! Oh my God, it's such a crazy. So ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday we'll be at TC Rose, Carrollton, Georgia for UIW.
Come buy me a drink or 12, because I'll need it.
Come buy me a drink before I have to head home for 2 days and deal with the in-laws and stuff for Thanksgiving. And then Friday morning, heading out to Winston-Salem, North Carolina for WrestleCade. 3 days of wrestling and fun and stories and
debauchery.
I'm not. See, notice who says debauchery, ladies and gentlemen? Not
That's
me.
what you told me.
I didn't tell you nothing.
The hell you didn't.
The devil's a lie.
Hi, devil.
Anyway, that's our show tonight. Tamika, where can our fans and listeners follow you and find out about all the debaucherous things that you do?
Sister Mary Mika Wants None Unsolicited, and you can find me on Facebook at Mika, Mika Villas. That is also on Instagram, Mika Villas. Also on Twitter, Mika Villas. I met Daphne, and I did this long post, and I literally, truly was shaking. I'm having fun doing this, guys. I marked out. I totally did, and I'm not going to lie about it. I love that lady. My moniker was a Scream Queen for a reason, not just because I'm loud, but because I really love Daphne. And if I was able to change my hair 850 different colors and do all the stuff that she did, I would have totally and completely done it. But yeah, you can find me there on all social media. I will be posting this weekend as we go into WrestleCade some Snapchat, so you can find me at Mika Villas as well on Snapchat. Trust me when I tell you it'll be wrestling related or just me yelling about, traffic or something stupid like that. So good luck.
I'm gonna go through traffic.
Yeah, traffic. I kind of want to be in the car with you because I'm pretty sure that his traffic mannerisms are hilarious. Maybe we can just get video and I can just keep it forever instead of snaps. But what about you? Where are you at on all the social medias?
Facebook, William Huckabee. Instagram, William Huckabee. Twitter, W.A. Huckabee. Follow the Wrestling Nerdcast on Facebook and Wrestling Nerdcast. Follow us on Twitter at WNerdPod. Follow us on YouTube now at Wrestling Nerdcast on Twitter, on YouTube and stuff. Once again, be on the lookout. Go check out Indie Customs. Follow them on Facebook at Indie Customs. Follow them on Instagram, Indie Customs. And be on the lookout for all of our really cool stuff. Indie Customs 8.
That's Facebook.
Facebook for Indie Customs, Indie Customs 8. If you follow us on social media, you'll find all of this cool stuff out. Anyway, for the lover of waffles, the Scream Queen, for 2 reasons. The voice of the voiceless, the lover of loves, the supporter of the speech impediment, one half of the world's cutest commentary team, the receiver of all things unsolicited, my awesome co-host Mika Villas, on behalf of our amazing producer CW, my man, my Ace Moon Coon, the man behind the boards, CW. I'd like to thank our guest tonight, Murder One. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Indie Customs, and the owner, Kimberly Ann. I am the Worldwide Grand Prix champion, the IWA North Carolina Heavyweight champion, the IWF Mega Pro champion, the disrespectful intellectual, the Southern gentleman. Try to think of one more just so it'll be an even 10, but I can't. I am the Incredible Hulk, Will Huckabee, saying Happy Thanksgiving. And after you put down the turkey and the gravy and the stuffing and stuff, come to Winston-Salem and support indie wrestling.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.